One of the most fundamental elements for any form of relationship is trust. Trust will surely be a defining component in any relationship, whether it involves work, friendship, partnership, or family. It is essential for the creation of a strong bond and open channel of communication. Our relationships flourish when we can place our trust in one another blindly. While everyone has a gut feeling about whether or not to trust someone, sometimes we have a tendency to disregard that feeling. We also have to deal with any consequences that may arise if the relationship ends badly. Therefore, it's wise to be aware of the telltale signs of an untrustworthy person in order to prevent the pain of broken trust. Pay close attention until the end of this video to discover 7 telltale signs you can't trust someone. They are different in public. Maybe you know someone who seems to love your company while you are alone, but they act very differently as soon as you are with other people. They are not hesitant to treat you rudely and act as if you don't even exist while you are around other people or a group of friends. This sudden change in behavior is typically a sign that someone is only interested in you temporarily or trying to take advantage of you or your belongings. The relationship suddenly comes to an end the moment they find what they are looking for, or when it becomes obvious to them that they won't be able to get it. They abuse their power. An untrustworthy person will gradually start using information they have about you against you once they have earned your trust. Usually, it starts out innocently. They will be polite to you. However, it's more of a fake politeness. But if you try to listen to your gut, you might sense that something is kinda strange about this person. And let me tell you that in most cases, it's likely that your instincts are correct. So pay close attention to how they engage with others, since you might notice a similar pattern there. If you're convinced that they have bad intentions toward you, the best thing you could do is to ignore and leave this person as quickly as possible before they hurt you in any way. They are narcissistic. Narcissism is a mental disorder in which people have an exaggerated sense of their own significance, as well as a strong desire for continuous attention and admiration. Someone who is narcissistic is unable to understand other people's perspectives. They basically take priority over everything else, placing their needs above everyone else's. This kind of person is incapable of taking responsibility for their actions. Instead, they put the blame for their mistakes on someone else. Whatever it may be, it will always be someone else's fault, since in their eyes they are perfect. Obviously, it's not hard to understand why you shouldn't trust someone with narcissistic qualities. They can't commit. One of the most obvious signs of unreliability is a pattern of constant tardiness. Someone you can trust will make every effort to arrive on time out of their respect for you. Nevertheless, there are times when delays are unavoidable and we may need to change our plans. But the responsible thing to do in that situation is to send a quick text or let the other person know that you won't be able to make it. You might ask them to do something for you, and they would let you down the last minute with a silly excuse. A person is clearly untrustworthy if they never make an attempt to arrive on time or at all, never keep their word or promises, or clearly have no intention in being there for you when you need them the most. They don't appreciate other people's time if they can change or cancel plans anytime they want and don't actually care about the consequences. They are ignorant and careless about their impact on others. If it occurs in a professional situation, it is quite unprofessional and will undoubtedly destroy any trust. It will become obvious that you simply cannot rely on this person. They lack empathy. The ability to empathize with others is something that most untrustworthy people lack. People who lack empathy are far better at being able to trick or hurt someone, since they can't imagine or don't care about the suffering their actions can cause. Someone usually lacks empathy if they are capable of or even comfortable with betraying or backstabbing others. They are unlikely to admit ownership for their negative actions, and they may not even be aware of their lack of empathy. People that are unreliable are too selfish. They have only their own interest in mind and are unable to see beyond them. One can learn a lot about a person by how they treat others, especially those from whom they cannot benefit anyhow. They are fickle. Let's be real here. Everybody has a habit to change their minds occasionally, especially when it comes to insignificant things. Being fickle is different from being indecisive, because no matter how significant or insignificant things may be, fickle people simply cannot be counted on. They keep making promises they can't keep and switch back and forth in the same loop. They are never certain of any decision they make because of their continual unstable emotions. In fact, because their inner sense isn't as strong as it should be, any decision they make is more likely to be influenced by outside factors. Now, being untrustworthy is more likely to be indicated by the inability to stick to any decision than by an unstable emotional condition. However, if a person is continuously changing their views, they lack responsibility and reliability, which makes it impossible for you to trust them. They are two-faced. It's safe to say that everyone has or had someone in their life that fits this description. While remaining nice in your presence, they have no problems talking about you behind your back. Don't be surprised if they gossip about other individuals to you, because this habit applies to other people as well. They might be nice and smiling one moment and endlessly gossiping the next. You cannot be sure if you can tell them certain things, since they might end up sharing the information with someone or even use it against you. The best thing to do is to call them out for this, and if they can't come clean, to end the relationship as soon as you start to realize that they are two-faced. If you found value in this video, please smash that like button and consider subscribing.